Groovy babies, welcome back to the channel. Today we are dyeing our skates, finally. Oh my god, this is gonna be kind of crazy. Just bear with me. I've never done this before and I actually have no clue what I'm doing. So if you want to stay tuned and see me maybe make these into beautiful, majestic like new skates, or perhaps screw them up, pray to the skate gods that I don't. But yeah, I'm hoping and praying that everything is gonna go as planned. I have a plan in my head. I am gonna be using RIT dye. I will show you guys that in a second once I find it. But say goodbye to the beautiful Clementine because something is about to happen. Let's get right to it. I'm just gonna hop right in. Fuck it.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Okay, so I have this beautiful fuchsia RIT dye that I'm gonna be using, and I have my water boiling, and I'm not gonna do that much because I don't technically want to submerge my skates into the water. So what I'm gonna do is add the dye, make a little concoction, and kind of like paint / sponge the RIT dye onto my skates. Hopefully this technique works. Pray for me. So while my water is boiling and everything, I'm just gonna prep my skates for the whole dyeing process. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my sponges and everything that I'm gonna need. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not really sure what to expect. So we're just gonna go on this journey together, okay? Just bear with me. Hopefully it'll come out great because I like to believe that I have a lot of creative abilities and I can use them to make something amazing. Purr. Okay, so the water is boiling, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in the RIT dye. You know, I didn't even measure how much water I put in this pot. I'm already off to a weird start. Please don't judge me. I'm just trying to do my best here, okay? Let's go down. Really hot. I'm so excited. Let's give it a whirl. Such a pretty color. Look at her. She's so cute. I can't believe I'm doing this. So just gonna let that kind of marinate for a little bit. Let it get, you know, really in there, really hot, and let all the chemicals kind of. So while I wait for that, I'm gonna, I might put my laces in there. I think it could be a thing because they're still looking kind of raunchy. Let me show you. I feel like we could kind of just throw these in there. Should I dye my wheels? Should I dye my wheels? I've seen a lot of people do that now. Like they use the RIT dye and they kind of just like plop their wheels in there and it's kind of nice. So we might do that. I think we're gonna do that today because my fun days are weird colors. I don't know what's gonna come out. I'm like a mad scientist. Please do not like quote me and like, I don't know what's gonna happen. We are doing this together, like I said before. So fuck it, let's just plop some things in there. I am like the worst person to follow tutorials from. No, just lying. My tutorials are actually really good. You should go watch them. There's so many. I am annoying. Okay, let's do like a drip test. Like, let's just, they're old laces anyway, right? Oh, it's kind of nice. Still kind of dirty, but whatever. Just gonna throw them in there now. Fuck it. RIP. Maybe like the longer you leave them in there, the more they'll kind of get the color. So since I'm gonna do like the whole like blotching on method, I don't think I'm gonna need this much of the water or the dye. So I'm just gonna put it into like another like cup or something and kind of use that as like a way to blotch it on there. I'm so nervous. And then I'll just throw my wheels in there and hope for the best. Have you ever been so nervous and excited at the same damn time? You feel like you're about to shit yourself. Okay. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to show you guys the tools that I have set up for this. Okay, so originally I did buy the Angelus, like suede dye, but yeah, dumbass me, got leather dye. Leave it to me. But also I didn't even like this color. I don't know if it's just because it was for leather, but we wasn't doing it. It was like a nasty mustard color. I tested it out on my like inside of my skate, and like this is that. It looks like poo-poo. So we're not gonna do that. I decided to go with something that I'm a little bit familiar with, and also the Angelus didn't have the colors that I was looking for, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So I thought, fuck it, RIT is something that I have worked with before, and it might turn out just right. So I have these two tools, and then this like blotchy tool that came with the Angelus dye. So just gonna use this. They do say like when you're dyeing suede to like dab it in, and like also like to make the dye kind of like sink into the suede. So if you don't want to use something like this, or you don't have these, you can also use like a beauty blender. But I really love my beauty blender too much right now to sacrifice it for this dyeing project. So I'm just gonna use what I have laying around, this little spongy thing, a brush just in case I need to like, and this blotchy tool. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the dye now. But also, I might just, let me try it on the inside first. Okay, so first step, I'm gonna grab this bad boy, dip it in the concoction, and do a tester piece again on the inside, just to make sure nothing crazy gonna happen. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna just do that real fast. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. I'm thinking it's a go for show. It's definitely fuchsia, it's definitely pink. Do a few coats of that and we will be in action. I should probably wear some gloves. I forgot to mention that. Wear some gloves. We don't want dyed fingers. So I'm gonna do that. Gonna bring my little concoction over. But first, since I'm gonna dye my wheels too, I already started removing them, and I thought I'd show you guys a little life hack. So take it down here, and so remove your wheels, right? And a nice, easy, simple way to get your bearings out without the bearings pusher is to simply put it in, do a little pull on your trucks, and they come right out. You gotta hit it from like maybe like a 45-degree angle and just pop them right out. And now they're out. I'm probably gonna wipe these down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and do a lazy girl clean on my bearings, because like they're not that dirty, like they're pretty okay. So I'm just gonna wipe the outside with the acetone as well as my wheels. Up, boop, and just like that. Pop it on a napkin and just give it a wipe so that they're nice and clean. And voila. They're still significantly like newish, so I don't think they need a major clean. And for the wheels, since I'm gonna dye them, I'm just gonna do a quick wipe down with the acetone. Alright, be back when I drop it into the water. Damn it. Okay, so the wheels are all cleaned off. Now we're gonna take them over to the water that has the RIT dye in it. And I guess you just put them in. So before I put the wheels in, I'm gonna, wow, these are looking good. Before I put the wheels in, I'm gonna take a little bit so that I can have some to dye my skates. Okay, so I just decided to go with, oh, that's hot. Fuck. Since I put some of that dye to the side in order to use it for my skates, now I could put the wheels into this concoction. So, blam. Pretty sure you just plop them in there. Hoping for the best. Now, as I let that sit, I can go and finally start working on my skates. Okay, so to start, you want to make sure you have a nice clean area to do your dyeing. I put some napkins down just to make sure none of that crazy dripness gets all over my house. So yeah, let's just get right to it. Okay, we are finally ready for the most exciting part. I'm also like slightly nervous. I don't know why. Most people would line these parts, but I'm just gonna rely on my good old Virgo accuracy. All right, so got my thing, all the things I bring in. Bloop. Oh fuck. Virgo accuracy is not it. Oh God. There's no turning back now. I'm into it. I'm really into it. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I was getting nervous, but things are working out. Okay, I got my first skate done. Oh, she cute. I really like this color. I kind of expected it to turn out a little bit darker than normal because, you know, they were orange. So, you know, I did keep the napkins that I had in already to kind of like keep it from flopping and dyeing the inside of the boot. So this is what we started with, and this is where we are. This is kind of a look like this though, huh? But no, I have to finish the job. Don't get sidetracked. Hey. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other skate off camera because why do all the extra footage if it's just gonna be the same process? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing that I did on this skate onto the other skate, and I'll be back with the final reveal. Okay, so I just finished dyeing both skates. They're looking real good. Whole brand new skate, practically. So, yep. I think that's about it to it. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the results. I was a little nervous, but you take risks, you reap the rewards. So I'm gonna let these dry, or actually I think you're supposed to like let this sit for like 30 minutes or so, and then wipe off, like rinse off and clean the rest of the remaining dye. So I'm gonna do that, give it about 30 minutes or so to really soak in there, and then rinse them off, and maybe they'll be a little bit lighter, I don't know yet. My wheels are still drying, and so hopefully in a little bit we'll be able to put it all back together and see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm about to clean my skates off, but I wanted to show you guys the wheels just so you get an idea of like what's going on. So we're still boiling, right? Steam. So I've been stirring them periodically just to kind of let them soak it all up, but they're coming out good. It's a nice wheel. Oop. But what I did find is that I have to leave these in here for quite a long time for them to really take, and I had to keep the water boiling. This is a blue one. It's pretty good. But I'm gonna leave them in here for quite a bit more time just so that they can get fully coated, because at first it was just like this weird drippy effect. So that's why I also turned the water back on so that they can really start absorbing that color. But so far, so good. So now I'm gonna grab everything that I need to start cleaning my skates. Here they are. They really took on that color. It looks so good. Closer look. She real cute. So we're just gonna wipe it off just to get rid of any excess dye. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, so now while I wait for my wheels to finish dyeing, we're gonna clean these babies. Just to like get rid of any leftover dye. Probably should put my gloves back on. So all I did was make some soapy water, and I'm gonna use this towel. It's like old towel that I used to dry my laces off with. Okay, so now they're all wiped off, looking good, and now we wait. Gotta give it at least another day to dry, so most likely I'm gonna be back tomorrow or so with the final results so that I can put everything back together and show you the skate. So I will see you tomorrow, okay? Hey, all right, we are back, guys, and we are back with the final result. Are you guys ready? It's been a few days. I keep doing this thing where I start working on the project and then kind of just like don't. But they have officially processed. Very nice. Looking good. Give it a little brush. Buff up the suede. Really nice color. It's not the fuchsia color that I thought they were gonna turn out to be, but they still turned out to be pretty good. This is what we're working with. It's kind of like this burnt orangish color, which I'm totally here for. Super retro, super disco. Oh, by the way, I made these disco ball earrings, and if you want some, you need to go visit my website. The link is in the description. Okay. It's time to put everything back on these bad boys and see what they look like. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys the wheels. So the wheels took super long to dye, but they're this really nice fuchsia red color. Came out pretty good. This was a pink one. The pink ones that I had, and this is the blue ones. So the blue came out a little bit more like a burnt auburn color, but for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied. I don't know if it's gonna be too red for my liking, but we'll never know until we put the whole skate back together. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So a little life hack for putting your wheels on. Just how we used our trucks to take them off, you can also use them to put them back on. So all you do is put your bearings on there, take your wheel, and push for dear life. And they're in there. Push. Just like that. Good to roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these all situated, and I will be back to show you guys the final result. Okay guys, this is what they're looking like. So chic. The wheels surprisingly look nice. She's looking good. They're looking super cute. I didn't expect the wheels to kind of like go with it, or the laces, but the laces came out good. And yeah, I feel like I did a pretty good job. Now I'm gonna go skate and never mess them up again. I think that concludes this super long video. I feel like this is gonna be a really long one, but if you stick through the whole thing, thank you very much for watching, and I hope it helped at least one of you guys. And if it did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you can see when I post new videos. All right guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay groovy. Peace. Finally.